This video was originally broadcast live on Twitch during Decaf Jedi's first year as a streamer. Expect janky video, questionable audio, and the usual poor gameplay. Enjoy!
Okay, we should be streaming live now. Hello there, Trouble Games Scum VM to cooperate with OBS. Welcome to Space Quest 1. Roger Wilco and the Sarien Encounter. This is the VGA remake from 1991. I thought I would maybe play through this today, see how far I can get. Maybe we'll finish it. Maybe the skimmer sequence on Corona will be the end of me. But this is an interesting entry in the Space Quest series, in the sense that it's certainly unpopular with the creators. The two guys from Andromeda, Scott Murphy and Mark Crow, apparently weren't consulted in the creation of this game, and in fact were surprised to find out it existed when they first started seeing some beta versions of it come through the office. So in that sense, I think they've been none too happy about it for most of the game's existence. It's also, is one of the remakes, maybe a game that receives a little less attention from fans. With the VGA graphic upgrade, you get a science fiction B-movie sort of vibe to the visuals. I think that actually works really well with the series. It's a shame that Mark Crow wasn't part of it as the artist on Space Quest entries elsewhere. But yeah, I think that this B-movie vibe is one of the strengths of the game. In fact, I'd go so far as to say maybe this is one of the better-looking games that Sierra released in its VGA SCI 1 series of games. So, yeah, we'll play it today, see how we can do. Art designer Douglas Herring. There's a Romulan warbird, cloaking and uncloaking. Some nice-looking asteroids there. Ken Allen is responsible for the new score. There's his name now. We see the Arcata looking like it has some drumsticks in place of warp nacelles. Here comes the Deltar, the Sarien ship. The remake or makeover here is a evil bug-like vessel. It's going to dock with the Arcata. The Arcata's been developing the star generator. They have no idea that the Deltar is approaching rapidly from behind. Docking clamps engaged. Alright. The game begins in a janitor's closet. The Arcata has been boarded by unknown intruders. The transmission ends abruptly in a soundstorm of white noise, soon to be overtaken by the cold din of silence.
The destruct sequence is engaged. 15 minutes till destination.
We have some digitized speech there. That's certainly something new since the original. There's actually a fair bit of new content here, partially because there's quite a bit more in the way of hotspots, items and areas and locations you can interact with on the screen versus what we saw in the original Space Quest 1. Having more stuff you can look at, more stuff you can touch. This game, like Space Quest 4, includes smell and taste icons. So as a result, there are a lot more interactions possible, and of course those interactions require new descriptions. And again, because the two guys from Andromeda didn't work on this remake, those descriptions weren't written by Scott Murphy, who wrote most of the text in the other Space Quest games. Again, something of a sore spot I know for the two guys. For instance, if I can't smell there. can randomly smell the red alert sign. You can smell yourself. Let's head over here to the ship library. In a moment, we'll use this to retrieve an important data cartridge, but for now, we want to pass through this room. There's Sarien. Uh-oh. Sarien's on board the ship. One of them's getting ready to shoot me. If I don't get out of the way here in a moment. Yep, there we go. Oh, did I get away? Ooh, just in time. This was a daring escape. Let's head back up. We have that timer counting down in the corner. Hopefully that won't be an issue. There's Jerry. It's all that remains of Jerry, one of the few techno dudes aboard this who somewhat tolerated your company. Alright. Let's grab his key card. Can't have a Space Quest game without a key card at some point. Uh-oh. Let's see if this trick works again. Okay, avoided the Sariens once more. Way to go, Roger Wilco, you stealthy janitor. Okay, we should see a scientist. Ah, man you recognize as one of the head lab scientists stumbles into the room. He appears to be in serious need of some Abdosil abdomen filler. I like that gag. Alright, let's go investigate our scientist friend. His lips move. The star generator is in danger. The Arcada is under attack. Break off the scout if you value your life, Wilco. He utters stars with his dying breath. This is going to be part of the copy protection for Space Quest 1 VGA. Originally, in the initial release, he comes in, he says astral bodies as his final word. And you use that to access the library computer here and pull out a disk with data on the star generator. In this case, he says a number of different phrases as he does. You cross-reference those with the instruction manual, and it tells you what codes you need to interact with the ship's library computer. So let's do that. Look at that nice close-up. Okay, so for stars, what is our code? Looks like it is this guy. Something that looks like an H. Something that looks like a U. And something that looks like 3 bars. Let's see if this works. Cartridge found. Alright. We passed the copy protection. Grab that cartridge. Okay, we have 12 minutes to escape. Let's see where we need to go here. Wonder if we'll hear footsteps again. Yes. Narrowly avoided capture once more. Dead people sure are boring. Okay, Okay, this is the Star Generator Lab. Roger has a dramatic reaction. We'll want to grab this widget that's attached to the former Star Generator base type thing. That item isn't in the original game, but will definitely, this magnet will come in handy. Keep it away from those game discs. This should make our life a little easier later on. Okay. More footsteps. Honestly, not sure if I'm going the right direction. It's been a long time since I played Space Quest 1 VGA. Ah, there's the elevator down. That's what we're looking for. Don't know if I'm going to make that before I get shot here. No. So close. Okay, let's try that daring escape one more time. Time to hide in the janitor's closet. The Sariens are quite a bit beefier than they were in the original Space Quest. Certainly more threatening looking. Okay, I think I've made a grave miscalculation in navigating the ship once again. Wasting a lot of time here. Need to go back and get that widget again. Okay, let's see if this time we can take the widget and successfully make our way down to the docking bay and escape on a pod. Here again telling us the air game turning up the speed. We'll also turn up things like the speed of the Sariens appearing, but we'll give it a try here.
10 minutes till detonation.
10 minutes left until the detonation. Okay, got a motor. Alright, that time we made it. Okay. Uh-oh. It's a bad room for footsteps. Can I hide? Not there, I can't. Okay. Another tricky room. I love the giant joystick and mouse here in this room. Those are both pretty good. Can I hide up here? Nice. Must have been low on oxygen when they came up with the design scheme for this compartment. It's a giant tribute to an ancient but still functional control device. Cursor control device named after an annoying robot. Or rodent. What were they thinking? Okay, things are looking up. Did I remember the key card? It's quite a key card. Okay, docking bay. We're almost there. Is that the symbol for the Mirror Universe Federation in Star Trek? Let's grab that spacesuit. Let's grab that helmet. There's a gadget in the drawer here. Did actually add it to my inventory. Yep. It's going to be a universal translator. I really like this this look for Roger. I think that this 1950s spaceman look is really suited to the series. Again, I think the aesthetic style in this game, say what you will about the circumstances it was created under, but it's a good looking game. It looks better than a lot of Sierra's games in this era. There are no controls on this panel. Okay. Am I correct that you can actually fall off here? Oh, with like a goofy style screen too. Does that artificial gravity do the job or what? You know me, I love any Sierra game where you can fall off the edge of something. Okay, let's buckle our seatbelt. And let's look at the controls. Oh yeah, it's up here. The auto nav button. The do not push button. Power button. Okay. What a daring escape. Oh wait. I didn't open the doors. Let's try that again. Is that control here? Or is it out there? Where is the button to open up the pod door, or the bay doors? A little stumped. Can't seem to open the pod bay doors, Hal. If anyone in the chat remembers how to do this, feel free to chime in. Oh wait, it's upstairs, isn't it? I believe it is. Let's go back up. I believe it's in the room here, maybe? Yeah, there we go. Look at these strange guys conversing nearby are. Oh. Alright. I guess that's to keep people from backtracking too far. Okay, let's try this again. Go up there. We'll open those bay doors. I thought the couple of strange guys might be a weird two guys from Andromeda cameo I didn't know about, but apparently not. Okay, this should go a little more smoothly this time. Much better. What a daring escape. Just in time, too. Yeah, because it's one of my favorite Easter eggs in the game. We'll hit the do not press button, or the do not touch button. In the original Space Quest 1 EGA, it would rocket Roger to the realm of Daventry, right outside of Castle Daventry. He would crash into the moat, presumably be eaten by crocodiles or alligators. I'm not sure, actually. In this one, we press the do not touch button. You have a feeling you shouldn't have pressed that button. Look at that pallet cycling. Oh, and we crashed right into Conquest of the Longbow. Here we are in Nottingham. We've got some serious organ damage here. As you draw a few final lungfuls of oxygen through your newly acquired sucking chest wound, you gleefully notice your final resting place is near beautiful Nottingham Castle, universally renowned for its inclusion in Sierra's Conquest of the Longbow. Oh my goodness, you're shocked to hear some highly inflammatory language making its way into your auditory canals. Must be some uncivilized ruffians at a nearby pub. No one to blame but ourselves. We're having to sit through a plug for another fine Sierra product. The two guys from Andromeda actually have a cameo in Conquest of the Longboat. When you're in the market, like the street fair area, you can overhear a conversation between Mark and Scott there. So at least Conquest of the Longbow returned the favor. Okay, let's do this for real. Let's hit our auto nav and head to the planet of Corona. I can't recall if the two guys from Andromeda ever confirmed whether this was a reference to Corona beer or not. I think they may have. It just now occurred to me that in the midst of a Corona pandemic, that I'm playing a game that involves a trip to a place called Corona. Nailed the landing. Okay, so now that we've crashed on the planet of Corona, we start into the next act of the game. So I believe we'll go ahead and exit. I guess we take off our seatbelt. Once we step out, I believe we'll have the survival kit that we'll need that's inside here. Let me tell a story about the original Space Quest. When I played Space Quest 1 EGA, it was one of the earliest Sierra games I played. I made it down to the planet of Corona pretty easily. I made it all the way to the scene with the laser beams that are blocking your path once you make it to the underground part of Corona here in a few minutes. And unfortunately, because this glass shard, which is very visible here in the VGA version, was simply not visible at all in the EGA version, I wasn't able to pass those laser beams. So I actually stayed stuck at that place, that part of the game, for several years until one day I just happened to be shopping at Radio Shack and I overheard two other customers talking about the solution to this puzzle. I went home, loaded up the game, found this shard of glass, and was finally able to complete the game. Thankfully, in the VGA version, not only is it very visible on screen, but also it even gets a little ding sort of highlighting effect when you first crash. It's almost like they knew some people had trouble finding it. In this version, it's much harder to miss because it is going to be an essential item for us. All right, here we are in Corona. Let's go exploring. Pretty soon we'll have a spider droid to contend with. Ooh, sandworm. I really like what they've done with this ridge. Originally, this was just a rock ridge in Space Quest 1 EGA. They've turned it into a skeleton of some giant animal. A little bit of this gooey plant. 99% certain that's an addition for the VGA version as well. Okay. Some versions of the game on newer computers, this area in general has some timer issues. I'm playing this today on Scum VM. Hopefully, it's addressing all of those potential problems. So let's see here. Let's head up the spine of this great beast. Well, it's the Orat's Cave. We'll get there eventually. little bit of shaky ground there. No sign of the Sarien spider droid yet. Maybe its timing is a little bit different here in the VGA version. Oops. There it is. It's like a pinball hitting the sand. And it's a Sarien spider droid. So long to finish the unfinished business. Recall reading an old issue of Space Piston magazine that was designed to seek out organic life forms and self-destruct. Space Piston magazine would, of course, eventually be included as part of the documentation of Space Quest 4. Okay, we're getting ready to take a little fall here. This close-up is a really fun graphic, I think, of Roger falling. Yeah, there's some fun art in this game. That elevator doesn't lower, it sucks. Grab a little piece of stalagmite that's been stuck on with more of that pinkish goo. They wanted to have that here in case you forgot it last time around. Okay. In the original Space Quest, you just slip by this tentacle monster. Here, you give it a little bit of the goo to occupy it. And then let's see if we can just simply walk past. There we go. I missed the old animation of Roger edging along the wall there, but oh well. It's the cost of progress. Take a brief pause here. Okay. One of the cuter bits that they added to this version is some instant replay for some of these deaths. There we have the He Blew It cam. So we have the two guys from Andromeda doing instant replay. So here's our instant replay. Personally, I like to know what I'm messing with before I actually mess with it. Guess he'll know better next time. Ouch. Okay. Enough smarm already. Let's deflect some laser beams. As I said before, this is the puzzle that I got hung up on way back when, all because I had no idea where to get the sharded glass. We'll overload those. I think what made that puzzle frustrating for me as a kid was I suspected I had to somehow reflect or refract or otherwise interrupt those beams, and I imagined a piece of metal or glass is what I would need to do it. But I guess as a 10-year-old, it never occurred to me to look around the crash site to find that piece of glass. Okay, this is a little tricky maybe in the new version. It was easier to time in the original. Let's try cranking the speed way down. Doesn't seem to help. Okay, let's just hope for the best then. I didn't realize there was digitized I'm melting speech there. Okay. Okay. Alright. It even awards us points. Do I need to turn on the translating gadget now, or... Alright, it's on. Find yourself surrounded by darkness. Suddenly you become aware of the fact that you cannot move or speak. A strange alien force has taken over you. A massive holographic image appears. This is much scarier than it was in the original. Turning on the gadget in the last screen actually allows us to understand what this guy is saying. Up the proverbial estuary without a means of locomotion. I really love that line. I believe that was in the original. Pretty sure that's a classic Scott Murphy. Okay, so we're going to have to get rid of a beast called Orat. Dispose of him, bring your evidence. Okay, so time to deal with the Orat situation. In this case, I'm going to go for the solution. I'm pretty sure it nets the most points. It did in the original. Whoop, that won't net any points. Been blown to handy bat-sized chunks by the spider droid. Okay. Let's see if we can do a little better than that. Again, this is where some of the timer bugs on newer systems can pose a little bit of a problem. Between avoiding the spider droid and possibly dying of thirst here on the surface of Corona. Let's head into the Orat's cave. Okay, we're hiding. Will the spider droid come in? Borat is huge and ugly. Of course, that may differ depending on what part of the universe you come from. Stench, phew, not even a text adventure would attempt that description. I actually need to make the spider droid follow me for this to work. See if we can. Oops. See if we can lure the spider droid in. There he is. Out this way, spider droid. It's too late for that, you best jam. Did I mess that up? Maybe I did. Let's try that again. There's the alternate solution. I can always throw the can of dehydrated water, I think it is, at the Orat, and that will kill him. But I might need water later. You want to see that I had a time to drink something message a moment ago. Dehydrated water is a really good joke too. I approve. Okay. Let's go over here. Okay. Let's try, see if we can lure it in one more time. Where is he? Do you not actually follow? Seem to have lost it. Uh-oh. Okay, that's not ideal. Okay, maybe this will make it work. Alright, this is what we were going for. Okay, we have some Orat parts. Maybe it's time to open up the survival kit and take a little slug of dehydrated water. Better save it when you're thirsty. I could have sworn that he said he was thirsty just a minute ago. Pile of skulls lie here, sucked clean by Orat, or was a result of them writing too many adventure games. I don't know if that sentence quite tracks. Okay, back down to the bottom. I think we'll have to go through the drips again. That part will be fun. Okay. Pack up the spine of this beast. I mentioned earlier that neither of the two guys from Andromeda are fans of this game. I noticed that Scott Murphy himself tweeted after I mentioned I was going to be streaming this, reiterating how much he hates this game. I'm sorry, Scott. I know that you hate it. I just, for whatever reason, saw it in my Steam collection today and thought it might be an interesting stream. Since this, if I play through the end, this will be the only time I've ever actually played it start to finish since maybe the first time that I did it. And the first time I did it was only so I could write a walkthrough for my Space Quest fan site back in the 90s. I wasn't a fan in general of the idea of Sierra remaking its older games. Which imagine that in a world where gamers are very mad right now about which games are being remade and how they're being remade and changes to the originals and things like that. I was ahead of the curve being mad about that stuff in 1991 and 1992. But I thought with it being the black sheep of the series, a game that a lot of people, for a lot of good reasons, maybe haven't played as much and some actively dislike, that if nothing else, it might be a chance for people to see a game that they're a little less familiar with. But I am sorry, Scott. I know that this one is not your favorite by a long shot. In fact, know that you downright hate it. Okay, made it past the drips fairly easily that time. Okay. Have that 2001 A Space Odyssey music. Okay, he wants the Orat piece. We'll give him the Orat piece. It splats to the dry soil. Here we are with the Coronians. Please don't be alarmed. We intend no harm. We are a peaceful race. Others don't share our way of life. Welcome to Corona. I like that visual design on the alien. It's got kind of a punk orc look. All power here is produced by Steam, but that is not important to you. This is a skimmer. It's going to take us to the other side of Corona to a settlement called Hewlett's Flats. It was probably a good 15 or 20 years after I first played Space Quest 1 that I actually got the Hewlett's Flat joke that it's just the word flatulence switched around. That was a slow burn on that joke. Okay. This is an important step that, if missed, can cause some problems. We need to insert this cartridge into the console here. It will give us the self-destruct code for the star generator. My name is Dr. Slash Bohal. Feared the Sariens may have learned of our mission. The star generator and the people of our universe are in serious jeopardy. Miraculous device. It's basically the Genesis device from Star Trek 2 and 3. Caused the destruction of millions of lives and enslaved all who opposed the Sariens. Five, 4, 5, 9. Jot that down quickly. 5-minute timer will begin to count down. Time to escape after that. Okay, let's grab our cartridge back. Don't want to leave that there. And it's skimmer time. This arcade sequence, which I forgot that was skippable, but even then, the arcade sequence could be a little bit of a challenge here. We'll give it a try. So far, so good. Using the cursors here instead of the mouse, I find that makes most of these sequences a little easier. Whoop, I say as I crash to my death. Let's try that again. You can hit the little rocks and just damage your skimmer. Hitting the big ones, though, is an instant death. See Ulan's flats off in the distance, growing closer. Okay, going a little better this time. Ooh, took a little ding there. Okay, should be getting to the end of this soon. When the original Space Quest came out, reviewers didn't love the idea of incorporating arcade sequences into adventure games. I don't know if that ever got a whole lot more popular. Oh, thanks for the kind comment, Stuck Thread, over in the stream chat. And here we are in Ulan's Flats. We made it, which means I have to remember how to pull off this negotiation so that it works. Let's see. After a stone-crushing journey, you've reached Ulan's Flats. Semi-bleak at best. Check out the design on that character. Is that a fur coat? Or is it supposed to be more like a Jedi robe? Been looking everywhere. Alright, he'll give us a better deal if we wait a little bit. But we do have to take the keys, or else I'm pretty sure the ship gets stolen. Or the skimmer gets stolen. There's an Enterprise shuttlecraft. Let's head into the rocket bar. Ah, it's the Blues Brothers. They seem interested solely in the music they're performing. I wish you could sing like that. I don't have time to talk to you. They're on a mission from God. Stuck Thread asking stream chat if this is a temporary lockdown thing or if I think I'll stream regularly. It was definitely inspired by the current lockdown. Just having a little bit of time on my hands and honestly just wanting an excuse to play some old games. Think it might be more fun if I could maybe incorporate a little bit of an audience along the way as well. Whether I'll keep it up after the fact, I'm not sure. We'll see. I've enjoyed it. It's been kind of fun doing this this whole different way of playing. So we'll see. Let's go back outside. If I can remember how doors work. There we go. Alright, here's our friend again. Drive a hard bargain. 30 buckazoids and a swell jetpack. Yeah, we need that jetpack, so let's say it's a deal. Great. What space hero doesn't need a space backpack? Oh, some coupons. A moment ago it said the battery had run out on our skimmer, yet he seemed to drive away pretty easily in it. Which is it, Space Quest 1 VGA? Two heavily bearded gents and a relatively clean-shaven drummer. They're the hottest bands in the quadrant. This used to be a more direct version of ZZ Top, but apparently lawyers forced a little bit of a change here to make the homage a little less obvious. So let's see now. We should Roger picking a fight with the locals. Let's see here. What do I need to do? I'll have a beer. Alright. Have another. Just one more should do it. Now we should hear Sector EE. It's the Deltars. So there's Deltars in Sector EE. That's going to be the other half of our copy protection. In case you pirated the discs somewhere since the first part of the game, we have that. Oh, thanks for subscribing, Stuck there. I really appreciate that. Okay, so now we know where the Deltar is going to be. I think that's all the drinking we need to do. Now that we've drank, why don't we gamble? Let's go play the slots. Luckily, in addition to Space Quest 1 VGA, that widget we picked up way back in the Star Generator lab actually helps us cheat at these slots. So let's do that instead of having to save scum our way through it. Insert a Buckazoid into the slot. Oops. There we go. Alright, 3 Buckazoids. Let them roll. Big money. I can't remember if it's even possible to lose once you have the widget there, but it definitely makes the sequence go by much more quickly. Alright, big payout. How much do we need here anyway? I'm trying to remember. Yeah, I'll just do it until it maxes us out. I'm sure there's a point at which it will no longer spit out money. Roger would, of course, revisit the rocket bar in Space Quest 4 when he's traveling around his time pod. The Monochrome Boys biker gang would be at the bar. Okay, getting up there. Making money. Stacking paper. A lot of the early Sierra games had these gambling games. Slots, blackjack, poker. I suspect they were easy to code. As I understand, Ken Williams himself particularly enjoyed them. Alright. I guess we got all the money we needed. I believe that is a Hitchhiker's Guide to the Galaxy reference. That character. Look at my face, Pinky. Alright, so now we need to go buy a droid and buy a ship. First, though, maybe I'll pop back in. Yeah, there's Madonna. Or the Madonna stand-in. A strangely attired woman performs her act. It's kind of mean to Madonna there. Whoever wrote this, and this is an addition to the VGA version that wasn't there in the EGA version, clearly not a Madonna fan. Yeah. Just have time to talk to you. Don't recognize that as a riff on any particular Madonna song. Let's head over to Droids BS. I believe this was a legal issue for Sierra initially, that Droids BS could lead to some sort of lawsuit from Toys R Us. Yet here it reappears in the VGA version, including this time with the Jeffrey the Giraffe mascot on the previous screen. So they kind of went all in. Pretty sure Droids is trademarked by Lucasfilm, correct? The copy pressed used robots. I love that Ultron is here. Ultron 17. Ambitious crossover with the Marvel Universe. Let's see, we have a coupon here, right? Yeah. 20% discount. What more could you ask for? Very good. Little Doctor Who action there. Buckazoids. Once the Route 1 comes up, the navigational droid is what we're looking for. There we go. Hey, pick up your purchase at our Droids R Us pickup area. Great. There's Nav 201. But a pilot, not a conversationalist. In the original game, it was possible for Roger to go behind the Droids BS building and pee, and there were 3 unique messages handcrafted by Scott Murphy with responses to Roger taking a whiz back there. It's that attention to detail that made Sierra games great. Okay, Tiny's used spaceships. We're going to get the one just up here. First, maybe let's look around a little bit. Reaching tiny would be rude. Ship offers no response. Warp Blaster ZX. Belongs to one of the bar patrons. It isn't for sale. Yeah, I think this is the ship we want. Okay, 245 buckets and weights. Okay, we have a ship. We know what quadrant the Sariens are waiting in. Now it's just a matter of intercepting them. And saving the universe. And we bought a currently owned ship. There's the time pod from Space Quest 4. Referencing that game's time travel plotline. We've achieved escape velocity. Okay, what do I need to do here? We're going to Sector EE if I remember correctly, which is straight bar. Oh, there is no straight bar. Okay, maybe it's this guy. Followed by the reverse of that guy. This doesn't seem to sync up with what I have on my little cheat sheet here. Okay, let's hope for the best. Oh, we're going to get some pallet cycling again for some warp speed. Dodge a few asteroids. Oh wait, oops. Guess I clicked the wrong button there. Oops. Okay. I think he was asking me if I wanted to turn tail and run, or if I wanted to stay around and fight the Sariens, and I chose the wrong option. How very Roger Wilco of me. Let's try this again. It'll be fun re-entering that code. Okay, we've once again achieved escape velocity. Let's try this one more time. Jump to warp. It's weird how in some instances the pallet cycling doesn't seem to work, or if that's a emulation issue. Like that robot scratches his head there. Okay, this time let's say no. See a door, perhaps it is a way in. Maybe. We'll pause there for just 1 minute. Okay, let's open up this door and head on in. Okay, we're slowly floating our way in. That's it for the jetpack. So now we're aboard the Deltar. We're going to attempt to destroy the star generator before the Sariens can use it for evil. So we'll find ourselves here. What do we do? Is there anything in this room that we need to do? Nothing to do without one of those key cards. Oh yeah, the airlock thing. Being in plain sight probably didn't help you much. Now I remember. I think I go over here and hide. Then once he comes out, I slip through. There we go. Alright, we have to use our trusty survival knife. Crawl into the ducts here. Trying to remember, I need to get into one of those laundry machines to get a Sarien uniform. This is not the time to do it. Maybe not. Okay, that's definitely not the way to go. Stuck thread ask in the chat if I'm familiar with the death generator website run by Foon that allows you to generate fake Sierra death messages and any number of other customized meme texts from lots of games. I absolutely love it. It's an amazing website. I'm trying to remember if Space Quest 1 VGA is there. Okay. Oh, there's the washing machine. I thought those other things were washing machines. Okay, we're being tumbled in with the laundry. And something that honestly looks more like a microwave to me. As a kid, I thought it was really hilarious, the idea that you could be tossed in a washing machine, and somehow come out with the clothes on you. Darn static cling. By the most amazing stroke of luck, true, you've traded your extremely conspicuous Xenon spacesuit for a Sarien officer's uniform complete with helmet. What are the odds? We lost all of our stuff, but I believe we just gained, an ID card with the name Butston Freem. This name would, back when I ran a Space Quest forum back in the 90s, Butston Freem was a popular username there. Let's save. And where do we go next? I believe we need to equip ourselves with a pulse ray. That said, honestly, I have no idea where I'm going. VGA version of this game is much less familiar to me. Roger not one. There we go. It's a maze of corridors. Thought I clicked look at that janitor droid, but apparently not. Looking for the armory. Not having much luck. Let's keep trying. I love that they stopped to salute. Broom at the ready, the cleaning droid waits for something useful to do. Okay, there's the star generator. Here we go. Welcome to the weapons dispensary, I guess. Got an IQ 5000. They feel I'm only good enough to fetch weapons like some whimpering puppy dog. So we have a little bit of Marvin the Paranoid Android reference going on here to Hitchhiker's Guide to the Galaxy. I believe that's a new addition to this VGA version of the game. Okay. Hand over the Butston Freem. Oops. Still a pulse grenade. And get back where we belong. Close the little... There we go. Okay. Got what we needed. Now, nearly at the end, we're going to position ourselves above this guard. We're going to drop a grenade on his head. The dead Sarien guard might have noticed that if you were alive. Okay, so what we're going to need to do now... We did get the pulse right, didn't we? Yeah. So now that we've knocked him out, we are nearly at the end. So next up, we're going to stumble here in a moment, much like in the original EGA version, and lose our helmet, I believe. That's unfortunate. Of course, here comes the cleaning droid to clean up our discarded helmet and step on Roger as he walks away. It's a cute bit of physical comedy. Okay, the Sarians are going to shoot first and ask questions later. Hey, actually managed to shoot somebody after dodging some questionable shots there. Okay, I don't think I actually need to go there. See if I can get back in before I get killed. Not bad. Okay, search the guard. Turn off the force field around the star generator. Now we need to enter the code, which, as we found earlier, was 5459. Okay, self-destruct. Engaged. Have a nice day. We have 5 minutes. Okay, after staying there for the first 20 seconds of it, let's go. Alright. So now that we're down here, I again don't really recall where to go. So let's see. Roger's pretty quick with the old zapper. See if this might be the exit. That's the pod down there, I think. Okay, 3 minutes left. That's wrong. Sarians keep repopulating the ship. I believe in the original, the pulse ray was fired with the F6 key. Okay, dead end. Doing great, no pressure. Just 2 minutes and 30 seconds gone. That's a dead end. Just really doing a bang up job here. Oh, what's this? Did I do it? Kaboom! I believe that is a success. 201 out of 201 possible points. Let's head back to Xenon and get our golden mop from what appears to be Outer Space King Graham. And that may be Billy Batson of Shazam fame out in the audience. And of course, a statue of the two guys from Andromeda, who they were not kind enough to consult in the making of this game. We've saved the galaxy. We've been presented the Golden Mop, a symbol of pride and accomplishment to members of your esteemed profession. You'll be known as Heroes Xenon. You did it, Roger. You saved the galaxy, received your profession's most noble tribute, and got the girl. Wait, there wasn't any girl. Got the mop anyway. Let the book and movie offers roll in. Who knows, maybe you'll even have a series. Hope you'll remain in your seat long enough to let us express our limitless appreciation. Alright, and that's the game. Thank you guys for joining us. We'll let the credits roll. As I said, this game I think is overlooked by a lot of fans. And again, as I've mentioned a few times, I know that the two guys from Andromeda, Scott Murphy in particular, aren't fans of it. And I will say, like a lot of the CI remakes, it seemed somewhat unnecessary, but I think there are little bits of this game to enjoy if you give it a chance. I think that the graphics, the B-movie aesthetics, and Ken Allen's terrific score, that alone is, I think, worth giving a look. Even if it does stand on the shoulders of a giant like the original Space Quest 1 EGA. Thanks to everyone who joined in the stream. I haven't done a lot of streaming of games yet. I hope that my commentary didn't drive anyone too crazy. I don't know either of those writers from other Sierra games, Bridget McKenna or Gano Hain. I suspect they're the ones who contributed a lot of those extra messages that were added to this version. Rocket bar theme. All right, and that's it. Thanks again to everyone who joined us. We'll go ahead and end the stream there. Check back again soon. Maybe I'll be playing another adventure game over the next few days, and we can see if we can make our way through that one. Take care.